roll the clip and run it back. I'm really like that. I'm really not friendly. I need my credit. Niggas hate that. I need the numbers. I need the data.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are making Ever After High characters in The Sims 4. I am so happy to get this video out because it took me 3 days. But anyways, let's get into these characters. The first character is Madeline Hatter. She is part of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland as the next Mad Hatter. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the rebel side out of a general belief that people should be free to choose, though she herself is eager to follow in her father's footsteps. As all Wonderlandians, she has access to Wonderlandian magic, although it is more accurate to say that the Wonderlandian magic has access to her because she doesn't have control over her powers. She is psychic and has the ability to hear the narrators as well as see into the future, although this is often dismissed as insanity. She shares this ability with Kitty Cheshire. Madeline is bright, energetic, and extremely friendly, also very optimistic. Generally, she interprets things more positive than they are, the one exception being when people are arguing. Madeline is also extremely fond of tea and keeps an entire tea set in her hat to be ready for tea time literally wherever she goes. The Wonderlandian magic which manifests in her is how she can do impossible things if she doesn't know they are impossible. She sometimes has visions of other times and other places. She can read people's thoughts as well as being able to hear the narrators, something which her peers don't believe her on. Underneath her giddy, happy, optimistic, positive, and bubbly personality, she also hides a very intelligent person who can be quite serious about matters when she wants to be. I really like how I did Madeline's face. It's very her. I feel like she would look like this in The Sims 4. The one thing that I am upset about is the tea hat. I put the tea hat in the game as you see me like earlier looking for it, and it wasn't there. So maybe I didn't put it in there, but how is it not Madeline Hatter without her little tea headband? So I was really upset because I don't know where the heck it went. For all of these characters, I did find specific clothing for them to go with who they are. And for Madeline Hatter, I gave her this purple top and a blue skirt. She has this black layer of her skirt. I don't know what that is. I feel like her personality can be clumsy, even though it didn't say that on her wiki, but I feel like she is just all over the place. I gave her blue gloves and gold shoes to match with her outfit, and then I gave her these socks with bows in it because the polka dots socks was not doing it. Okay, as you see, I gave her blue hair with purple streaks in it like hers, and for most of the part, all of them have like colorful streaks except for one person that I made in this video. But I find that interesting. Overall, she's my third favorite character that I made in this video. The next character is Raven Queen. She's a part of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as the next evil queen. I like how all of them play into a role in a movie like they're the next something. I really like that about them. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the rebel side. In fact, she technically is the founder of the rebel movement because it was her rejection of her destiny that inspired others. She dislikes this situation because it makes the other students, rebels, and uncertain royals alike come to her for guidance, which she struggles to provide. Raven is not evil by any stretch of the definition, and so playing the role of villain does not sit well with her. Nor does she enjoy the prospect of the punishment that she as a villain is designated to. Resolving only her own problem already takes a lot of her energy, and as such she cannot help others make their own personal decisions. To popular belief at Ever After High, Raven is not evil or even mean. She is kind and considerate with a sarcastic side born from frustration over her unjust reputation. When people try to socialize with her, she is skeptic about their intentions, but not so much that it limits her ability to make new friends. Raven is not the first student to dislike where her story is taking her, but she is the only one in her class to take actions towards free will, starting with the small step of pursuing her love of music, a subject usually reserved for good princesses. Raven is probably my least favorite that I made in this video. I think it's because of the outfit. It was very hard for me to make it, and then the shirt that I chose for her was glitching through, and it was really annoying me. When I usually make these characters, I don't really know nothing about them, so I'm kind of shocked that she doesn't want to be an evil queen, because the way she dresses gives off she wants to be an evil queen, and I like that about her. Like, you can dress like something, but you're not really like that. Let's talk about the good parts that I like about Raven. I like the setup of her face, and I like her hair. I gave her purple streaks because she does have purple streaks in her hair, and she's not really that bad, but if I had to put somebody in last place, she would be in last place of who was my favorite character. I also found her actual Spikes headband, and I put it in the game and it wasn't there. I don't know what's going on with Sims 4. I don't know if it was me, because I know for sure I put her headband in here and I couldn't find it. And the outfit that I chose for her is giving off vampire vibes. Evil queen, vampire, that's what it's giving. That's what it looks like. I told y'all last video that I was starting a Patreon and I was going to do my CC list on there, but I don't think I am because I'm not really feeling it. So if I do post a CC list for these characters, it will be on my Tumblr, because I like it that way and it's very easy for me to do it on Tumblr. So follow my Tumblr, it's in the description. And the Monster High CC list on Patreon, I made it free because I'm not about to make nobody pay $4 a month just to download CC. It's free. So go over there and download the CC if you want it, okay? The next character is Cedar Wood. She is part of the adventures of Pinocchio as the next Pinocchio. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the rebel side out of a general belief that people should be free to choose, though she herself is eager to follow in her father's footsteps and become a regular girl. Cedar Wood's ability to lie in consequential but unintentional blunt speech patterns has earned her no enemies thanks to her big heart and gentle nature. She's a quirky, talkative girl with a true talent for expressing herself. Her high emotional drive makes her easily excitable. However, and a small worry can easily work her into a frenzy. As the next Pinocchio, one might expect Cedar to be an experienced liar, but the opposite is true. At a young age, her father had a truth spell cast on her, which prevents her from lying and makes her prone to share truths. The spell won't wear off until her incarnation of the story commences. I really like how Cedar Wood came out. I like the structure of her face, and you're gonna hear me say that a lot because I really do. I really like how I made all of their faces, and I really like her makeup. I feel like it makes her look more like Cedar Wood. For her outfit, it's very simple. I gave her a purple shirt and a pink skirt, and I did find her actual socks and I put it in my game, but I was so blind I couldn't see that they were right in front of my face. So I gave her socks with purple bows on the side to kind of look like hers. I did give her this body detail that made her actual skin look like wood. When it comes to face, Cedar Wood is definitely my second when it comes to face, but the outfit is like in fourth place. The next character is Lizzy Hearts. She is part of Alice's adventures in Wonderland as the next Queen of Hearts. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the royal side because of years of family dedication, practice, and belief of destiny in general. Like her mother, Lizzy often condemns people and objects to deprecation, but she is really a sweetheart despite her Capricornius. Regardless of the fact that she is proud of her heritage, Lizzy has aspirations on becoming a kinder Queen of Hearts. However, she has trouble expressing that to her friends, for it is easier said than done. She goes a bit overboard as she memorizes her mother's daily deck of instructions and using her mother's signature quote a lot. She acknowledges that the people of Ever After take her exclamations far too literally. Because of that, Lizzy values genuine friendship mostly from her Wonderlandian friends Madeline and Kitty. She is described to act aloof and standoffish to those who don't know her personally, in practice of her role as future Queen of Wonderland. Out of the Wonderlandians who experienced the flight from Wonderland, she is probably the most nostalgic one because her mother was also affected. Her Wonderlandian exclamations are often misunderstood by the citizens of Ever After. Her magic touch is that she has the ability to construct anything out of cards and to chop things with her finger, and she can sense hedgehogs nearby. She was pretty demanding at first, but when Apple explained that the students at Ever After High are her friends, not her subjects, she became a little calm. The hair that I chose for Lizzy is definitely her style. I really like it. I gave her red streaks in front of her hair, and then I gave her a red heart birthmark on her eye because it wouldn't be Lizzy Hearts without her heart birthmark, okay? I wanted to give her that thing around her neck, but when I was looking for that, it was locked on Patreon, so I'm not about to pay. Okay, so instead of that, I just gave her a heart necklace. All of their outfits are pretty complex, but you know, you can't really do that in The Sims 4. So I feel like my style of them will be like more casual, modern. For her outfit, I gave her a red shirt and it had 2 heart cutouts, but you couldn't really see it, so I moved the hair back. And then I gave her some black short bottoms, and then it had this plaid thing on the side. I don't know what it's actually called, but I feel like that would definitely be her style. And then I gave her some tights with some red things on it. I thought they were hearts when I put them in my game, but it was fine. I feel like it goes with her. And then I gave her gloves because she wears gloves and some red shoes. I don't know where to put her in the ranking of my least favorite to favorite, but I feel like she's in the middle for me. The next character is Apple White. She is part of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as the next Snow White. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the royal side and is the leader of them because she believes strongly in destiny and has worked hard to follow tradition. As the next Snow White, Apple takes every bit of her future role to heart, fulfilling the role of the generous, kind, and good-natured queen to perfection. She is no doubt the best suited to her destiny. However, despite her celebrity status among the other students, Apple is just as much human as the rest of them. When everything Apple has ever known is threatened with falling apart, she takes it upon herself to lead the royals and become an inspiration to all to preserve destiny in the fairy tale world, for better or for worse. Despite the divide in the school, however, Apple still considers Raven Queen one of her best and most treasured friends, although she wanted Raven to follow her destiny. She wants her to do from a place of genuine commitment and refuse to resort to deception or unsavory tactics. At her core, Apple is hardworking and dedicated to her future. She's intelligent, believing in rational thought and logic to contrast and complement with Raven's abstract creativity and an effective leader. She has a big heart and is loved by all for good reason. Her gracious and kind-hearted nature has secured her spot as the fairest one of all, and she upholds that title with the grace and dignity fit for a future queen. Apple's love for Raven and her other friends prevailed over her childhood fear of an unpredictable future. Though she still wants her own happily ever after, she now considers her friends' happiness and futures as individuals more important than the controlled world she grew up in. I really like how Applewhite came out. I gave her a red headband since I couldn't give her a crown, or I didn't want to use a crown that I already had. For her outfit, I gave her this red top, and then I gave her this skirt with this black and white pattern. I really like that for her. I feel like she would definitely wear that even though it's not what she's wearing. And then I gave her some black tights with some type of pattern, and then I layered that with some socks that were red, and I really like how that looked on her. Overall, Applewhite is my second favorite with everything, the face, the outfit. She just is really cute. The last character for today is Brier Beauty. She's part of Sleeping Beauty as the next Sleeping Beauty. In the Destiny conflict, she is on the royal side out of a general belief that destiny is the way to go, though she is not at all looking forward to the century-long sleep that awaits her in her story. Since her life is to hit pause for a very long time, Brier tries to make the most of her life in the few years she has left before her incarnation of the story commences. She is acquainted with everyone and friends with many, as well as in charge of the organizations of many parties at school. But being the girl everyone has to know is only part of how Brier makes her days matter. The other part is filled with whatever she hasn't done before. The more adrenaline inducing, the better. Brier has no trouble managing all that with her education duties either, but for one little detail, she cannot prevent herself from falling asleep several times a day, regardless of time and place. Brier knows she is going to be asleep for 100 years, so until then, she lives life to the fullest. She enjoys doing things spontaneously, such as pulling stunts, and is known for throwing parties. She tends to spontaneously sleep in random places at random times. I really like how Brier Beauty came out. She is my favorite character that I made in this video. That is why she is on the thumbnail. And comment down below which character is your favorite. When I was reading her name, I thought it was pronounced Brier instead of Brier, but to me, Brier sounds like a boy name. Let's talk about the hair. So I gave her this curly ponytail since I couldn't find something that was similar to hers. Let's just say she put it in a ponytail, okay? And then I gave her her pink streaks in her hair. And I really like how this hairstyle looks on her. She does have a lot of accessories. What I wish I would have done more is added more accessories, but I did give her silver earrings and this necklace. I don't know, child. I just want to give her accessories. She does wear pink a lot, so I gave her pink eyeshadow. For her top, I gave her this pink lacy top. I wish the pink wasn't that bright. I needed it to like go down a little bit, but I really like it. And then I gave her a black skirt. It was like a sheer around it, and then I gave her some tights because she does have on tights, and they didn't have rips in it. And the last thing I gave her was these black things that went under the shirt of her arms, just to spice up the outfit a little bit more, because I just feel like it was plain and I needed something to spice it up a little bit. Overall, she is very cute. I really like how I did her face. That is why she is my favorite character. But this is the end of the video, so I hope you enjoy, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.